Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Midland, Virginia. Belfast, Northern Ireland. Or do they just say Ireland now, Rob?
I think it's Northern Ireland.
I think it still would be Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
It's in the north of Ireland.
Yeah, well, we want, if you want to go there, head north.
Disney World, Florida.
Mike, you're
Sunnyvale, California.
Yes.
The Finger Lakes of New York. And Condau, Vietnam. The Mike O'Mara Show is on for your listening pleasure. Got to jump right in with what I was teasing yesterday. Big times at CRAZY Sumo.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't thinking of you last night at supper time.
So special. You never know. You know what? The more I think about life, the more I think of people make your own decisions. Don't pay attention to influencers. Don't pay attention to reviewers. Don't pay attention to anybody but that gut instinct that I got when I drove through the sleepy hamlet of Ellsworth, Maine, and I saw on the right a brand new restaurant that wasn't there the last time I was here called CRAZY Sumo. Beautiful name, fantastic idea, fantastic concept. But with that said, I said, a Japanese-style steakhouse, the kind of steakhouses that are in every city in America.
Sure.
Up here, I could see potential for disaster.
Now, a question. Is there a decent... Like, if you were up there and maybe you wanted to drive into Ellsworth, is there a good just Chinese restaurant?
There is not. There is, but I'm not. At least 2 years ago, I wasn't really super fond of it.
Let's be clear here. You still are in the contiguous United States.
Yes.
This is sheer
absolutely.
logistics. If we can get a headset to someone, in Montana overnight, we can get good beef and chicken to any restaurant in the country.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
and
but
there
it's
are
not
chains,
always about ingredients.
There are multiple chains up
Don't
here.
you have to have great ingredients to make great food?
I think that's the key. That's the key to the
What do you
kingdom.
mean
I was
then, Rob?
thinking
Well, I mean
more,
that
I was thinking
if you
more in
have
terms
the
of-
great ingredients, it doesn't mean it's automatically going to be great Chinese food. It has to do with the preparation.
Fair enough.
Because I remember a great man once told me when I took him out to dinner at the Peking Gourmet, he said, "You just don't get good Chinese food on the West Coast." And that was Dick Van Patten. And
I think he's got a point, and I think that he's a New York area guy, and I think New York people can be food snobs. And
I agree.
Legitimately so. And I think people that are from New York are usually foodies.
Yes.
And know a lot. I put a lot of stock in what people in New York consider good food because they get so much great food because it's such a center of activity.
They've got an obesity epidemic as well.
Well, there's that.
But anywho,
Look at the two boots.
Look at that son of a bitch. Look at that son of a bitch. Look at that pizza. I have to say that the only influencer I think you should pay attention to are the sponsors that we share with you on this program, which are handpicked by me. Share with you.
Curated.
That's right.
Curated for your benefit in life in general. But I really think that as excited as I was excited because the idea of going over there to a new place that I thought fit the area really well, sort of family style with all the with the hibachi grill. What I didn't expect and what I got was the single best experience I have ever had in a Japanese store.
That's sensational.
And
I love it.
That is
anyone
a
that has
rave.
been, look, there are many of our listeners
Crazy
who have been to
Sumo.
these places, CRAZY Sumo, around the country that have gone into these places. They're everywhere. They have a variety of names: Kyoto, Kobe,
And the big dog,
Benihana.
Benihana. Yeah, that was the first one to franchise.
I think that they're common. And they're always kind of fun, I think. I've never had a really horrible, non-fun experience. And I think that I remember back in Manassas, Virginia.
Yeah.
where these places were extraordinarily popular. I've always said, too, that they are really popular among the rednecks. The rednecks like them. By the way, how do you like my backdrop today?
I love it. Wonderful.
Yeah. Here I am in the city of Hancock, Maine.
Matrix.
You look very metropolitan.
Yeah.
I see they saved in the actual building materials.
Neo.
It's all the same.
Well, they bought in
the guy's
bulk.
name? Is that the character's name?
Yeah, it was Neo.
Yeah.
And Morpheus. Are you more Morpheus or more Neo?
I'm more Neo. I'd like to fly through the air and dodge bullets.
Oh, he's skinnier and white.
Yeah.
Right?
He just needs sunglasses.
Yeah.
Gay, working on it up here. I got to get out of here. I got to get the hell out. I got 1 week here and one more week here and get out.
How are you working on it? You're just going to restaurants.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Welcome to the problem. We'll get to that later in the show. I will get to that later in the show.
The Japanese steakhouse lifestyle, if you order carefully, is not that bad for you.
You have no idea how bad it is. You thought sodas weren't bad for your liver.
Well, no, but this is a different thing. You're looking at protein, vegetables. If you limit yourself on your rice.
Dude, do you know what they cook it in? It's butter and sauce. It's just not healthy for you.
Well, you don't have to order something that's all sauced up.
No, you don't. And you don't have to order rice at all. And you can order brown rice on the side and a small bunch of it. That's it.
Nothing like a big a spatula of rice being thrown at your face so you can catch it.
And speaking of thrown at faces, so I've got so many thoughts on this right now.
Yes.
And I don't think I will ever go into one of these joints where I do not accept this standard.
Okay.
Because ultimately, when you're in one of these restaurants, it comes right down to the chef who prepares your food, who is not only a chef but an entertainer.
Yes.
And it, to me, is essential that you have someone who interacts. And I've got my son there. Kids love this type of environment, with the volcano.
He thinks he's gone to another land.
This guy.
He thinks he's in Japan.
Yes.
This guy, Justin, who came to our table, and he appeared to be perhaps, we never got a straight answer out of him, Samoan.
Okay.
But I don't know because he
authentic? What's going on?
It was authentic would be it's Americanized Japanese, isn't it, Oscar?
Yeah.
It's Americanized Japanese.
I've never had the feeling of looking at my server at a
Japanese steakhouse
or Mexican restaurant being like, you from the motherland? Like, we never even get into it. We just
Mia. If you go to Guanamia down where I live, it's all people from South America, Mexico, probably mostly Mexico.
Yeah.
So we've got that. But I think that in a Japanese steakhouse, the need for a person from Japan is not.
No, you
really
see personality.
relevant.
Yeah.
You want the personality.
Yeah.
This dude came to play, and then I find something.
Was he a larger gentleman?
He was a little larger. Yeah, he was a little larger, which helped.
Sure.
And the confidence level that was bestowed upon us was the confidence level of a seasoned Catskills comic.
Oh, he knew his bits.
He knew his bit, and he exploded with, I think, a fake knife throw right out of the gate where everybody went, "Ah!" And it was,
and that laugh was, of course, Justin's laugh.
It was, it was nonstop. It was quality. It was the same patter, kind of, but different because there were little nuances thrown in there. It was the sake in the mouth out of the ketchup dispenser.
Sure.
Which they use for all their goo that they put on the grill. It was so much fun. And I'm there with my friend Zach, the lobsterman, who is just a delight. I got to sit next to my buddy Zach. Michael was there. My daughter was there with her boyfriend Connor. And, Connor, by the way, who's been working up here from remotely as I have been. Yes.
I was going to say also Miss Carla.
Miss Carla, was she there? Yes, she was there too.
Okay, so you had 6 people with you. Did you have your own hibachi or did you have outsiders at your hibachi?
We had our own hibachi. That's all to ourselves.
The best. That's the absolute best.
And here's the thing. For my money, when you go to one of these places, and if you've never been to one, you might want to give it a try.
Oh,
do it.
If you haven't,
I'm not going to be an advocate for the genre of a restaurant.
So the Sakura and Oni
has
my stamp of approval.
What you have to do I think I would be analyzing my chefs on what they throw, how much they throw, and this guy was a thrower, and the throwing started. I think what he did. I'll give you some of the moves.
Okay.
Right? I think one of the moves may have been they bring out a piece of meat.
Yeah.
Like chicken, and I don't know whether it was chicken or beef, but he brings out the whole thing and then he dices it up. And everybody at these Japanese restaurants is used to throwing the little piece in your mouth. And he takes, I think, a whole chicken breast, puts it on the end of his little spatula, and goes, "Open up." And it was just good pattern. Yeah. It made me laugh out loud. It was just funny. And then sake in the mouth, vegetables in the mouth, little pieces of beef in the mouth. It was just
he did the whole thing.
Oh my God! And then here's the angle. All right, the angle was everybody got a different name every single time.
That is hilarious.
And it's like, "Hey, Daddy," says to Zach, "Hey, Uncle Joe." It was.
I've never heard that.
Elizabeth was Ramona.
Funny.
It was spectacular, and I had the best time. I loved looking at, Zach's not a big laugher.
Yeah.
But Zach was kind of showing his teeth laughing at the guy, too, begrudgingly.
Yeah.
Zach, the angry man of Maine. It was so much fun. And then Elizabeth getting the sake in the mouth and really had an instantaneous gag reflex, which is sake everywhere. I got sake in the mouth. It was the birthday where Carla said it was my belated birthday, and he made Zach sing "Happy Birthday" by himself.
Oh, that's great because he could read he could read the room. He knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah.
It was jaws hurt laughing. I never would have told you this was going to be this much fun. And then we find out at the end the way I got it. And by the way, tough to get a straight answer out of this guy, so I can't tell you whether what's really going. Oh, and the little lady that comes over and takes the drinks, this young girl, first day on the job, and she was stellar.
Wow.
Absolutely wonderful, pleasant. And the way it was explained to me is that this dude, along with a couple of the other chefs, are like from another joint where they split off, came down to Ellsworth, and opened their own joint.
Oh, that's great.
So there you have it, the American pursuit of the American success story. Yeah. It was delightful.
You know what? As glad as I am that you had a good time, this makes me sad.
Why?
Because if we go back to when we went to Las Vegas to cover CES,
yes,
I talked you into dinner and a show.
The Elvis show.
And we went to the Elvis show, and you stayed
Was it dinner and a show?
Well, Mike, it was included in the ticket, and it was you stayed for most of Trent Carlini, one of the premier Elvis impersonators.
No longer with us.
Yeah, he has passed, but he was very good, especially at a distance. Because close up, he looked
Trent,
like.
Well, I mean, Elvis has got
makeup was thick.
If you're going to portray the young Elvis,
yes,
but the laugh lines have to be tended to.
He looked like a wax museum figure after the fire. That's what he looked like close up. But afterwards were 2 tickets to Benihana right there, I believe, in the now it's the Las Vegas Hotel.
Okay,
and you said, you know what?
Had I had adult beverages?
Oh, we'd had a lot, yeah. And
my memory of I think we went to a deli.
We've done that too, but that was
a deli before a show.
We've gone to a deli in Vegas.
It was it was the
wasn't it the
fake Carnegie Deli in the Mirage?
The fake Carnegie Deli in the Mirage Hotel.
Yeah,
God, you got a good memory.
But anyway, you blew me off, so I had to go and sit with 4 other couples at Benihana and make my own fun. And I did, and I was a loudmouth and did all the stuff that I would do, but I just wish you had been there.
I would have left.
You would have left?
If he blew you off.
Did Trent Carlini drive me away, or did my lust for gambling drive me away?
I believe it was gambling, because I think you stayed for the whole show.
Yeah.
If not all of it, most of it.
So you went and sat with strangers afterwards?
Yeah, at Benihana.
Well, you can do that. I think the idea of going in as a solo to a hibachi grill is ballsy. You had to be loaded.
Well, of course. And you know what? As I recall, now keep in mind, this was probably 10 years ago. When did we go out there for CES? When we spent like a week at the Venetian?
6 years ago.
It was more than that.
2015.
It was 8
years ago.
Okay, so 8 years ago.
It was a tornado of
8
bad
years ago.
behavior.
It was a whole bunch of, well, we were there for a week.
It was a tornado
Anyway,
of
years.
bad
I
behavior.
believe I started at the meal making up details about myself.
What'd you say?
I think I might have been an architect.
Oh my God.
An architect in from the
Oh
east.
no, you did El Statue de Barcelona.
So, but I just wish you had been there because I feel you would have had the same. Because we were all with people that got free Japanese steakhouse dinners by buying a ticket to see the show.
What is the line?
And it was free? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
'Cause it's
included with the show,
'cause
yeah.
Japanese meals are expensive.
Yeah, it was great.
What is the line? Is it Estadio de Barcelona? What does he say in Something About Mary? When he's walking around saying he's an architect. He goes, yeah.
did you design the Estadio Olimpico?
That's it.
You got one that I remember. did you have the Estadio Olimpico? Yes. Oh, that's right. Hello, Mary. Oh God.
Well, Mike.
By the way, in Something About Mary, obscure scenes from Something About Mary, when he drops his keys in her office, I defy you
Still
to
funny.
find better
The greatest.
physical comedy than when he starts trembling.
but
That guy doing that had to work on it to get that.
he's a
that
good
move
physical
with the
comic. I
crutches.
should know his name. He was the best thing in the movie Mouse Hunt. He did a lot of physical stuff in Mouse Hunt.
Have you been there? Twice last year. Another BSer.
Yeah.
So, Mike, someday you and I must go to a Japanese steakhouse.
A team dinner in
Yes.
a Japanese steakhouse.
What does
would
it
be
cost in Els?
absolutely
Why do I think it should
spectacular.
be cheaper than
$12.95.
I don't think they're cheaper anywhere in the United
No?
States. I think they have a price point
Oh.
that they all maintain around the world.
Yeah.
And I think it is, and by the way, if you go, I've seen videos because this
Big
is what
hibachi.
I watch
Yeah.
late at night. I've seen videos of super duper duper expensive high end Japanese restaurants in Japan with the Wagyu or what the high level beef is
Yeah,
that
Kobe
they have where
beef
they
or
just
Wagyu
cook
beef,
a
yeah.
steak and it's really it's the way they roll. And this guy though, it just felt
What did
so
you get
good.
as your primary thing? As a beef? Or,
I got ribeye and shrimp,
oh, that's a nice double.
and ate none of it really to speak of because after the salad, with the thing I'm doing, it's like.
Did you take it
and
home?
I had 2 Sapporos.
those
That's
are heavy.
It's a
I
great
had 2
beer,
Sapporo
though.
drafts,
Oh,
so
it's
I
a
was
great beer.
ruined. I was ruined
Yeah.
after that, and it was so much fun.
Did
So,
anyone
I mean,
get festive drinks? Like rum drinks?
I don't know what everybody. I know Zach has his standard,
Which is
vodka cranberry,
Okay.
and he had 2 of those, double or single, Mister Zach, double, and it was such a good time.
Well,
And,
good. I'm glad because it could have gone. I foresaw nothing happening in the middle. I foresaw it as either an absolute disaster or a grand slam.
Rave is great.
And I'm glad it's a grand slam.
It's fun. That's probably the last time we're going to be eating out up here because got to tighten the purse strings a little bit because it's been a lot of that, and
Yeah.
it's Maine. So
Yeah.
you hunker down.
Did Michael have a-
Din-din
did
at,
Michael
the
have a
niece's
favorite
house
moment?
tonight? Excited about that to see Kathy's daughter and her husband and their kids. We're excited, so that'll be fun going to somebody's house. Hey! What were you saying?
I said, did Michael have a favorite moment of the Japanese experience? Because it
Michael
is
was
great to take
very
kids there.
much engaged with it. Michael had a problem when he was throwing vegetables. Michael was like 0 for his first 4.
Ooh, that's
and,
bad.
It concerns me for his athletic ability. And Zach looked like a lizard because Zach has the tongue out, and Justin said, "No, put the tongue back in." And Daddy with the giant cavity that's open all the time for my job.
Yeah.
I one and done.
Yeah.
Which was spectacular for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really good at it. I would be a great frog.
I remember taking Jabril and Robert there when they were much younger, and as we left, Jabril saying, "Mr. Rob, I think I have shrimp in my shirt."
Yeah.
But he-
like
Did he?
should you?
Yes, he
Oh,
did.
No need for him to reach down and get it
No.
out.
No,
Right?
but I bet because as they say in the movies, it all happened so fast.
Yes.
We assumed he caught it.
So all dinner he just had shrimp in his shirt?
Yeah, but he was.
Yes.
I think I have shrimp in my shirt.
The assertiveness of Jabril. We all remember that.
Hey,
It was
Jabril, who
sunnier
graduated
day.
college.
Good for
Really?
him.
Yes, Robert's in
what-
touch with him.
Where is he now? Where is Jabril now?
He is in the Northern Virginia area. I don't know his actual location of residence, but Robert is in touch with him.
Have you seen him in recent years? When was the last time you saw him?
Before the pandemic?
Yeah, before pandemic, 4 years.
Okay.
But I follow him on Instagram, and he
What
seems
school?
I don't even know the school. I just see them. He doesn't talk a lot about academia on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to get him out to the house this summer, so it should be good. Yeah,
good. He's a good kid.
Yeah.
So yeah, Oscar, I really just I hit a wall. That's what this stuff does. I'm fully aware of it.
My mom. Every weekend she overcooks.
Yeah,
she overorders, and then she's like, "No puedo."
What is that?
I can't. And I'm like, and then I look over to the waiter or my wife and say, "Let's just wrap it up."
Yeah,
wrap it up.
Well,
my memory of those kind of joints is in Manassas when we go to one. Carlo and I would go as a couple, and then later on when Michael was little, we'd go a few times. And you'd sit at a table with a family of like 6.
Yeah,
and there would be silence. And
there's no joy in Manassas.
It's such a communal dining experience. And I was. Is he here today?
No. I just know he'll listen later.
Yeah,
and I hope he hears that.
Hi.
Just
let me give him one for heck. For S's and giggles, right?
Yeah, he's getting his car fixed today, which is nice.
Yeah, it is.
Excellent. So anyway,
but when you're a couple among others, you have to make your own fun.
No, but I mean, I think that the shyness, which is a sign of, I've got a lot of theories.
Okay,
that'll piss people off about shyness.
I think here we go.
I think shyness is another word for rudeness. I think shyness.
I think you're rude.
How am I rude
for saying that?
No, I disagree. I agree
because
with Mike.
People are introverted.
No, but
I understand people are introverted.
I married one.
Think,
trust me. I had to shake her to be somewhat nice and
but she's
smiling.
No, she's
Shannon
not like
has
that.
met me for the first time,
like
and she is gregarious.
In private, I have to give her a pep talk and say, "Today we're gonna smile with your teeth, and we're gonna laugh, and we're gonna engage."
Could it be the way she was raised?
By vultures?
When she was not raised by vultures.
I'm just I am laying that all out for you,
Southern
pal.
Maryland crab farmers.
Okay.
Well, I knew the region, but I never knew the trade.
Where the gift of conversation was not necessarily overly valued. Would that be accurate?
And you have a completely first mover advantage in life because your father was who he was.
Right.
And my father would sit us down in little suits and watch him and all the other representatives and ambassadors chop it up. And I'd sit there, I thought I was bored, but I was learning how to argue thoughtfully.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. But the thing is, if you don't have that, you're not going to do it.
True.
So if it's just like, pass the biscuit, it's going to be...
There's a difference.
It's going to be a series of clicks and grunts to get what you want.
But Mike, I agree with you on the rudeness. The inability to
the truth. Show title.
It's like not teaching somebody to hold a door or shake hands
precisely.
or say, "Excuse me." You ever go to a box store lately? Go to a box store nowadays and see how many. Oscar warned me due to our new configuration of post production.
Yes,
to cuss as much. But boy, if there's a bonus show,
they'd
be flying out of my mouth. Clicks and grunts of people just thundering back past you with the two words that are never uttered anymore. Excuse me.
It means a lot.
I do it if I'm 3 feet away from somebody. If I'm walking between somebody that is looking at a store shelf and there is 2 feet on either side, I still say, "Excuse me, I'm breaking your line of sight."
Yeah.
But there are people like,
There's a difference between being rude and not having manners than just being a quiet person.
I understand.
But they should be cordial. They can be quiet and cordial. They can say hi. They can be smiley.
Maybe because I'm on the heels.
This is funny. And this is top of mind because...
Okay. It's top of mind because I've had house guests.
I've had to be educated about it. Because I was of your... Like, I used to agree with you that I was like, can you not just engage? Can you just get involved? Can you just make an effort? I thought it was that. And then one of my great friends You know him as well, one of our colleagues.
Yes.
Dominique Foxworth. On one of his shows was talking to his wife because they have a segment called Roses and Thorns. Free plug.
Ooh, Roses and Thorns. I love that.
And he sits down with his beautiful wife, Ashley, and they talk about their relationship. Pretty unique for ESPN.
Right.
And in one of the episodes, as we were producing it here, his wife starts talking about how she needs to prep him to engage socially with their friends and family, or he will be in the corner looking grumpy and mad, and somebody will come up to him, one of her relatives, like,
sure,
is everything okay with Dominique? And she says, no, he's fine. He's fine. This is who he is. He's fine. And then she'll have to walk over and say, smile with your teeth, look like you want to be here. This is your home. This is your family. It's just, he's an introvert.
This is not the domain. I'm not saying just the way you were raised has everything to do with this.
Yeah.
I'm saying this can be a variety of reasons.
Correct.
This can be people that just have gotten away with it.
Yeah.
True.
But you're getting away with it.
Yeah.
You're getting away with it whether you say you're introverted. You're getting away with it whether you say, we didn't talk a lot in my house. You're getting away with it saying, what am I going to say to these people? It's still rude. It's still to me rude.
It is. Okay, how about this? I agree with you.
It makes somebody
rude.
else, at least I can speak for the people that say, if you're at a table and somebody's being totally quiet, not speaking,
yes,
you feel like a complete and total a-hole.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be there.
You should not be there is the feeling.
So we should work together. How do we disarm them? Because saying, is everything okay?
It can't be
is
done.
not a win.
It can't be done. I've done it multiple times with people that are strangers, and it usually can't be done. And after the second or third attempt at an exchange, usually the first, I don't, especially in Deviltown, I would do one, and I would say, that was quite a. You could say something like, that was quite a massive explosion we had on the drive-in today, and they go, yep,
yeah. They
and
just have no interest.
I'm like, okay, pass the vegetables.
Mike, look, I get what you're saying. I thought the same thing. I'm married to an introvert. You wouldn't think about that, especially when she's on the show, when she's gregarious, she's fun.
Or Dominique Foxworth when he is on this show.
Oh, he's on television, for God's sake.
I know, okay. All right, so in his case, he gets away with it.
Yes.
He's more than capable.
Correct.
He's not shy. Couldn't do what he does if he was shy.
No. But he chooses not to.
But you
come
can't,
on, Fox, step up your game for the missus.
You can be introverted, and it just, I guess what it does is, what I'm understanding is, so when you turn it on, right? If you're introverted, you and I could do a show, and Rob could do a show all effing day for hours at a time.
Yeah.
But for introverts, if they turn it on for an hour, 2 hours, it wipes them for the rest of the day.
They're calling on like a mystery energy source that is not replenishable.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is it wasn't fun. Because if you're sitting at a table, if you're forced to sit at a table, with 8 people, I think that
I don't say what's wrong.
I've always felt a small responsibility.
Yeah, you got to disarm them.
Yeah,
you got to say, look, this is what I used to do to my nephew when he was trying to evolve his gregarious side to him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, did someone say your mute button? What's going on? You're not allowed to talk? And then he smile at me, and I'm like, yeah, tell us what you're doing. What's going on?
That's like the worst thing you can say.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can say. I mean, it's like, if it's somebody you care about, then Rob can relate to this, then, just turn on the Rob show. Or if you've had the adult beverages that allow you to do that, you just, like Krusty.
Well, you could always do what I do when we would go to a Japanese steakhouse, and it was, sort of a quiet, I would just fart.
And then the elbows would go wide.
Is it pre or post meal?
During.
Whoa. Ooh, stepped on the duck. I'm not kidding you. Hey, how are you? Wow. That was terrible. Jeez. I don't know. I just.
There are many methods.
It was so much fun last night. It just
I'm glad.
was such a blast.
Didn't Bloom say he's an introvert?
Well, he doesn't need to say it.
Oh.
He doesn't need to say it. He's one of the most introverted people we know.
I don't know. I remember my mom asking me about Shannon when we first started dating. She's like, what's wrong with her? And I said, no, she's great. And she said, she's just sitting there quietly. And this is all in Spanish, so we're talking literally behind her back, but in front of her face in Spanish before she could even pick up anything.
If I was Shannon, I'd learn Spanish.
And I'm going to be completely honest here, and I hope it doesn't hurt your wife's feelings, but I'm going to say I remember her thinking, this is a creepy a-hole.
But she was
in my presence.
Yeah. Well, you probably giving off that vibe.
I didn't.
To be honest, Mike, you have gotten better.
With a body like that, you're going to go places. All right,
you have gotten better.
Could I? What was it when I walked over 2 inches away? I went, can I stroke your hair?
That's quite the cleavage.
That's it. By the way, okay, here's a shout out. Deep dive. What am I doing up here other than going on dives on YouTube? That's all I do.
Yes.
That's all I do 24 hours a day now. I have to say this. The flirtatious Craig Ferguson highlights.
The best.
Absolute, the finest in the history of television. There's no one that will own it more. Makes me realize what a national treasure he was. No one would handle women on his show better than Craig Ferguson. And I don't think there was any phoniness to it. And because I think he made women come out of their shell.
Totally
beautiful,
not creepy.
Supermodels.
Not a creepy way. Would disarm them.
And he was a rocker, so he knew absolutely. He was spectacular with women and just delightful to watch. If you ever want, because I think there are plenty of videos that say Craig Ferguson flirts with guests.
Yeah. Or celebrity crush.
Absolute brilliance, and we need more of that, especially with like Jay, to come later. Even Letterman was awkward.
Letterman was horribly awkward.
Yeah, he was terribly awkward.
Yeah.
And Conan was awkward as well.
Conan was
Carson
the worst.
was the last one before Ferguson.
Johnny could do it.
There's a great. Oh God, who's? She's in the theaters now. She's got a movie, like a relationship movie, that's getting great reviews.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. There's a clip now between Jennifer Lawrence and Seth Meyers, where she divulges to Seth Meyers how she had a crush on Seth Meyers and tried to get him to ask her out before he got married.
Okay,
right. And she's laying out every instance, because she worked with, I guess, her manager to try to set them up. Like all these and he's like recalling these messages and connections. He thought it was like about a movie, or he thought it was about
totally
work.
Misinterpreted. Yeah,
he had no oblivious. And she's like, "You don't understand. Like, this was like a 3-month process to try to get you to ask me out, because I just couldn't ask you out. Nothing."
Oh, he didn't respond.
No, it was regret. It was regret on his end. He's like, "I didn't even know this was happening." The method, when it was finally getting to me, it was kind of like, she wants to talk to you about a project. She goes, how many projects do I have in 3 months that I need to talk to you about?
And you know what? Of course it's regret, because that ship has sailed and he had that chance.
I don't know who's handling the press. Is it No Hard Feelings? Is that the name of the? I don't know who's doing the PR, but they deserve a medal.
Better than Barbie.
I've never seen buzz on a movie. Yeah. And I saw a bit of the trailer that is pretty damn funny. So I'm looking forward to it. It's
supposed to be really, really good.
Mm-hmm. I'm really, really looking forward to that. So awkwardness, and I was never really that good at it either. Even back when the days we had the Buzz Babes, I always in the back of my mind, said to myself, "You're so creepy. You're so creepy. You're so obvious."
Now when you were wealthy and on the radio, you had this. What?
Go ahead, finish your thought. It was just an odd
When you were wealthy,
premise.
I had a dream about that last night. I have to tell you this before. We're going to run late, but I'm sorry.
Okay, it's fine.
I had a dream last night that Don and I got offered a job in Baltimore, and the job was going to pay a tremendous amount of money. And I was looking at the contract, and I opened this contract. This contract's like 70 pages.
Yeah.
And I can't find. I'm finding storyboards for TV commercial campaigns they're going to do, and I'm looking at all this stuff that they're going to plan, bus boards and all, and it's getting more and more exciting and more and more exciting. And then I can't find the salary. I can't find what they're going to pay me. because they indicated that it was going to be a certain fee, but they were saying, but that's not really what we're going to pay you this. And I'm like, really? And I'm looking for it. And then before I woke up, this like executive comes over to me and said, maybe I just jotted some things down. Maybe this will explain it. And he gives me this child's handwriting on this page, and it's a single page, and I still can't find the number. And I'm panicking because I don't want to sign anything because I think Don's going to be getting paid all the money, and I'm going to be getting nothing.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
That's where it left? That's
Rob,
where you left off?
Is that a trauma or what?
That, you know what?
That's where you left off?
We've been through a lot.
Yeah. And I woke up I left off thinking, well, but I'm going to sign it because it's still going to be great.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be able to tell Carla,
we're good.
Pick out your new house.
Oh.
And I woke up and I almost cried.
No.
Well, because you've actually rode that lightning bolt.
Yeah.
When you have it, you don't know it.
But I interrupted Oscar, and I don't like to interrupt Oscar when he's going to tell me
stop
something
the music. Yeah.
very, very important.
When you were wealthy and on the radio, you had a certain BDE about you. So I could see how women would flock to you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I think flock is a,
Mike is very, very, very attractive.
He is.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Can you tell me again, please? Hello?
Mike is very, very, very attractive.
Thank you very much. That's why Carla, saw me with the beard off, and I've grown it back in a week.
That's right.
Because she looked at it and went, "Aw, pathetic fat man."
No, you've got the BBE, big beard energy.
Big beard energy. It's come back. You can't really see it on TV, but it's it's come back a fair amount. But anywho, we got a little homepage coming up next, and then we got a million things. I don't even know where to start, but so much going on. Bowling with Rob, AI scamming, and my side hustle. It just goes on and on and on. We'll be right back, everybody. Liquid IV. The number one powdered hydration brand in America is now available in sugar-free. Years in the making, Hydration Multiplier Sugar-Free uses a proprietary zero-sugar hydration solution with no artificial sweeteners.
Zero.
Are you kidding me? I mean, Rob gives this to me on a daily basis, and I want to be surprised.
Mike,
I tell him to do that.
Sensational. It's serious. It's 100% fact. And if you taste it, you're going to wonder how they did it. Yeah.
By the way, along with being zero sugar, you get 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink.
There it is.
Plus, there it is. 8 vitamins and nutrients for everyday wellness. Liquid IV hydrates twice as fast than water alone, keeping your daily routine exciting with 3 new flavors: white peach, green grape, and lemon lime. Not only will you feel awesome, but you'll also be making a positive impact on the world. Liquid IV has donated over 39 million servings in over 50 countries. Be like me, drink Liquid IV, real people, real flavor, real hydrating, now sugar-free. Grab your Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier sugar-free in bulk nationwide at Costco, or do one better. Go to our website. Get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TMOS at checkout. It's right there. That's 20% off anything you order when you use promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. And we say thank you to Liquid IV. We are delighted to have them. And I think I've got it waiting back in Florida for me. Up here, things get lost. Stolen. Everything that's up here gets stolen by bears. That's just the way it happens.
Oh, no.
It is. Yeah, they're stolen by bears. That's me patting
Harry,
before
man.
I got to this.
No, bears.
From the 4 corners of the World Wide Web and into
Dick
your
buckets.
digital device. It's what you
William
need to
Refrigerator
know.
Perry.
This is the homepage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We start today with Chicago. Chicago!
Yes.
They took the title of worst air quality in the world.
The town of Chicago, the city of Chicago.
The city is the town of Chicago.
The town, that
My
toddling
kind of town. Yesterday, smoke from Canada's wildfires. Canada, put them out, for Christ's sake.
We've got code orange in D.C. today.
They drifted into the Great Lakes region and other parts of the U.S., including D.C. Chicago residents most vulnerable from the smoke were urged to spend more time indoors. while all Michiganders received an air quality alert. The smoke from Quebec's fires has even wafted over the Atlantic Ocean to Portugal. Wow.
Whoa.
The world.
Mike,
The world.
when this show is done, I'm going to check in on Dutchie Carey and make sure she's okay. Because
Why,
this
she
is
in Portugal? Oh, she's in Chicago.
She's in Chicago.
She's dead too, Rob. I would
What?
assume. Right?
I don't know.
Look up Dutchie Carey. Let
I
me know
will.
if she's
I
alive.
shall.
If she's alive, we'll give her a tribute. Portugal, Spain, France, other European countries. But unlike the haze that duned in New York City a few weeks ago, the smoke in Europe does not present a health risk since it's much higher up in the atmosphere. So that's good. I mean, you've got that going for you, which is nice.
But still, I'm tired of it.
2 weeks after longtime host Pat Sajak said he was retiring from triple toss-ups,
Yes.
the iconic game show Wheel of Fortune has found its new vowel seller. And of course, you knew him, you loved him, you know him, Ryan Seacrest. Super fast, the man knows how to network. Sony Pictures Television likely didn't want to flirt with game show drama after the debacle that was Jeopardy. So that's it. It's Ryan Seacrest. I think it's a fabulous choice.
I'm going even deeper, Mike. They had this set up for a good 6 months, maybe a year.
You think that far?
He would
That
never.
it was Seacrest all along?
He would never leave Kelly like Strahan did. Because he left that show with nothing to do. That's not Seacrest, and that's not what he does.
He still has a radio show,
Correct,
right?
but he wasn't just going to go do the radio show.
Okay. All right.
Like,
You
they
know,
already
that's a
had
good point.
this working in the wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's Seacrest. Maybe sometime either today or tomorrow we can do the delightful schedule of the game show host because it's going to be less, really less work for him.
You remember the drama when Strahan left for Good Morning America?
Yeah, absolutely.
This was
Horrible.
the transition of power between Seacrest to Consuelos
Yes.
was so clean.
Yeah, they knew.
It
they
makes
knew what was
perfect sense,
happening.
Right?
Oscar. I should have seen it coming.
Man.
How
Mike,
about-
this
I
just
don't-
in.
Go ahead.
Dolores Dutchie Carey, born 1929, still with us.
God
Alive.
bless Dutchie Carey.
And not a bad-looking woman.
That's an impression people don't even know anymore. Harry
I
Carey.
think people do.
I
Yeah.
certainly hope so. Oh, Dutchie, I'm haunting you. I'm haunting you. I'm over here now.
Dutchie did a toast at the anniversary of Harry Carey's Steakhouse in April. She did a public appearance.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dutchie. Have the fried calamari.
Harry, have you ever had the Dutch treat?
Oh, absolutely. And of course, everything comes out piping hot out of the Harry Carey Dutchie oven.
Oh, no.
Ryan Seacrest is inheriting a wheel that is still spinning after 48 years on the air. At its peak in the 80s, Wheel of Fortune brought in 40 million nightly viewers. And while those numbers have dropped significantly, it still averages about 8.6 million viewers, including the O'Mara household, where we log a lot of time with it because we are more boring than dirt.
Will you stay with it? With the-
Oh, yeah, 100%. I don't like Pat Sajak that much anymore.
Okay.
He's become kind of curmudgeon-y in his later years.
Do you think that it'll be a step up with Ryan?
100%. Yeah, he's got Ryan Seacrest, pure broadcast. Are you not a fan of Ryan? You sound like you're not.
I'm bitter that he gets this job.
Yeah, you envy his success as well.
Well, no. I would like to see someone that we don't know in the job. He's got a lot of jobs.
When you've got a perfect fit, I mean, Ryan Seacrest, DJ,
Yeah.
talk show, American Idol, he's a game show host.
Yeah,
So
you're
they're
right.
putting a game show, a real.
I guess you're
Ryan
right.
Seacrest is a real broadcaster and a natural broadcaster, experienced broadcaster. This is an upgrade for Wheel of Fortune.
Well, they
You
didn't
got a
choose
guy
who
with
I wanted.
success. Who?
Da Baby.
Jeez.
Very talented up-and-comer. He's a rap singer, Mike.
By the way, we'll talk about it, but being a primetime game show host, one of the most enviable jobs in Hollywood because it provides stability, mega payouts, and the work schedule. And we'll talk about that perhaps today or tomorrow. That, it's kind of a cherry game.
Yeah.
It really is.
We'll see
Nicolas
what happens
Cage.
to Vanna.
What's that? I'm moving on to the next story timing. I'm moving on to the next story. Thank you.
Then let's.
Thank you very much. Vanna's supposed to be staying on, by the way.
She's
That's
asked to
supposed
stay.
happen.
Yeah, well, of course she would.
Thank you. Let me hit it again. That means I'm moving on to that's why I play it. There we go. That's it. Nicolas Cage, whether you love him or hate him, you have to admit there's no one like him. There's a post with a collection of good and bad stories about him, including the story where Nick tried to get a couple to give up their hotel suite for him on their wedding night. Minnie Driver decided to chime in. She said, quote, was once on a plane with Nick Cage, or NC as she says, and his son. So Nick and his son were flying, and Nick had purchased a seat for his son's imaginary friend.
That's nice.
Money. It's unclear which son had the imaginary friend back in the day. He has a 32-year-old Weston and 17-year-old Kal-El. But either way...
Kal-El!
Kal-El.
Named after Superman's dad.
He gets a dad
Superman
award
himself.
For playing along, and there's that. Elon Musk's mother has already made it clear that she doesn't want her son fighting Mark Zuckerberg.
Robert is so into this because of his whole fighting thing that he's doing now. All the fights he covers.
You tell me.
What?
What's it called?
His website?
Yes.
It is. Don't know right now, but I'll have it for you in a moment.
What are you talking about?
Robert has
has his
a
own
website.
MMA site.
Yeah, he has an MMA site. And
what's the name of it?
I don't know right now.
Daddy, don't you walk so fast.
Sorry about that.
I'm telling you, Daddy, don't you care so fast.
MMAfightfeed.com.
Wow. Does he want to come on and talk about it sometime?
He
probably
actually is
would.
doing a great job. I follow it.
Yeah, he does a good job, but he's excited about it, and he
put
thinks
a link
it could
up on
happen.
our put a link up on our website.
Yeah, let's do
for
it.
him.
Okay, I'd love that. Yeah,
100%. I'd love to. And he talks about MMA. By the way, this is an entire show. We've talked about it before. The female MMA fights.
Yeah,
like Holly Holm. I think Holly Holm's roundhouse kick. I want to talk to him about that. Could take out anyone. Could take out absolutely any male fighter. I believe that with all of my heart, but who knows?
Well, he'll have an opinion about it, so I'll be glad to have him in. That'd be fun.
I'd love to. Let me see. So Elon Musk says the thing is is this his father isn't thrilled.
Oh, okay.
This is what the father says of Elon Musk. The thing is, if this crazy fight goes ahead, if Elon beats this guy, Elon will be called a bully being so much heavier and taller. While if he loses, the humiliation would be total. It's a no-win situation. Can I ask you a question, too, about my backdrop?
Yeah.
Is it driving you nuts yet? Is it getting
No,
old yet?
I don't care.
Love it.
We
Just
love
checking.
motion.
So his dad thinks it's a no-win
Motion.
for Elon.
Yeah.
If they do this fight.
Sensible
He adds,
take.
quote, I think Elon has got himself into a difficult situation as a result of high school behavior. He thinks they
This
both.
guy should shh. Leave
Elon?
your son alone, dude.
Oh.
He's cutting you checks. Don't get on his bad side.
Yeah.
I mean, with that much moolah, your son's done fine. Maybe that's why he's an overachiever, right?
Yeah.
Could
Like
be.
your family, Oscar, where you never got the real.
The love. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They're
didn't
like,
get it
maybe
either.
he's got issues because he got bullied, and I just want to tell the world that he was bullied all the time. Because
Maybe
he was bullied.
Maybe Elon wants to beat up his father.
Well, please him.
Yeah.
All I know is I just like to thank, can't give you the drug company right now because I don't know who manufactured it, but I'd like to thank modern medicine for relinquishing me of that burden to always show how good I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really trying too hard. in
Oh,
every
yeah. It's
situation.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to know how many times I've gone down to the other side over here?
How many?
How many?
Bagel.
Oh, good.
Good.
yeah,
for
thank
You're just
you.
making your own fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have they not
Absolutely.
invited you?
100%. They have, and
Oh.
then we will go down when we are invited. That's the way I'm going to roll. And last night, a little late night drive down to just to see the fog.
Well, that's not creepy.
Well, it's not. I mean, I'm going down to look at the water.
Mhm.
Yeah, his
The
mom's
dock.
down there.
This is true.
Taking
Late
a
at
photo
night
over there.
when no one will
Done
see
that.
him.
Hi, Mom.
I'll tell you off air what I'm
They're
doing
still
today.
treating me like garbage.
I'll talk to Oscar about it.
But I'm
Oscar might like
medicated, so I don't care. I'm okay.
it. Everything's fine. How you doing? Life's good. Life's good.
Do you think your family would ever toss you a piece of shrimp to catch?
No,
No,
but we have a good time. We're going to have a great time.
No. His extended family would judge him to going to Crazy Sumo.
Yeah, I
We-
believe that would be an
I
issue.
think that's a
Ye-
pretty stone cold lock.
Yeah.
That would be like, oh my God, you went there? Yeah, yes, I did. A 19-year-old man, and a little something now, fellas. A 19-year-old man in Minnesota named Tristan Statina. Tristan Statina.
He's a good boy.
Hey, Tristan Statina. He like his mama. No, he's a problem child.
Oh, no.
Tristan allegedly walked into a restaurant last Friday afternoon and just began throwing Skittles at employees and customers. The police were called. When they showed up, there were Skittles everywhere. They found Tristan at a nearby business, and he was charged with misdemeanor assault, disorderly conduct, and resisting police counts. I guess, is that like police arrest?
Probably.
Like
maybe a milder version of it.
He was also arrested last month for possession of LSD and marijuana wax. The interesting thing is LSD and marijuana wax are the two main ingredients in Skittles. I bet you didn't know that. Right? There you go.
Nothing more disappointing than grabbing what you think is an M&M and it's a Skittle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that's fascinating.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, think about it.
The fact that I think about it all the time means I'm an idiot. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We'll be right back, everybody. Scroll. Whether your shaving ritual is minimal or elevated. I got to talk about Harry's, okay? So Harry's has the razors that I love so bad.
Yeah.
I put a fresh one on when I was making this trip up here. And because my shower is very small and I'm still wide, no matter how much weight I lose, I've knocked the cartridge and the handle on the bottom.
Yeah,
several times. And when I do, the length of the fall makes the cartridge pop off the handle.
Sure.
Now it doesn't break. They don't break. They're too well made. But you have to pop it on the handle again. And then the other day, I thought for a second that, oh my God, this is the first razor that isn't stellar. And then I realized that it's got a pivoting head that in the collision with the bathroom floor had snapped forward, and I'm shaving and like nothing's happening. And then I'm like, oh my God. And then like an idiot, I realized that I just reached up and I popped it back into the proper location. Fantastic.
Of course.
That's my Harry story. They probably don't care about it, but anyway.
They do.
Oh, they have a little travel package that I love. It's great.
Yeah, I love their
Harry's.
the cover. The cover for the blade is
Level
great.
up your game with Harry's sleekest razor yet. It's called the Craft Handle. Experience the latest and greatest in the Harry's razor lineup, delivered straight to your door for just $10. I'm not kidding you. $10. Visit harrys.com/TMOS. That will include a Craft Handle, 5-blade German-engineered razor cartridge, shaving gel, and travel cover. Plus, you can schedule replacement blade delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2. Plus, you can set up your routine with dozens of affordable items to choose from. Shaving creams, post-shave balm, body washes, hydrating lotions, more. I love them all. Elevate your shave with the latest and the greatest in Harry's razor handle lineup. They're beautiful. Get your $17 Craft Handle starter set for just $10 at harrys.com. If you've never tried Harry's, this is your opportunity.
Do it.
harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS. I have no idea. There is so much good stuff to talk about today.
Scam alert? Scam alert.
Yes.
All right, so that's up top of mind for Oscar. Oscar came in saying that there is AI scamming going on right now. Well, I mean, you would have to think so based on the political scamming that's been done by putting politicians' heads on other people's faces.
The deep
and
fakes.
This is completely different.
How is it different?
Well, and this is a warning to all broadcasters and public personalities within our audience. What scammers are now doing is they're taking recordings from the internet. They are cloning voices of whether you're a TikToker or you're a talking head on television or you're a podcaster or a radio host. And they are calling family members asking for money for emergencies using your voice.
Well, it's kind of what you guys did with me in
a little bit,
show in New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
There it is, though, the first example of evil entering, which you knew was going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
Think of the first word, gentlemen, artificial.
Yeah.
That's the whole enchilada
And this
right
this
there.
isn't just for this might be for executives. If you've got a YouTube out there that has your voice on it, maybe eat more than 30 minutes. And if you have more than 30 minutes of anyone's voice, I mean, you can clone their voice to a certain extent.
There's a lot of people, movers and shakers, that write books and do the audio books.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, they could get them that way.
And I had been in private discussing this with my loved ones. So we already have a family password. I have a password with my business partner, Charlie Burney here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a password for the business because the bit is this. It's like, hi, I'm at the bank. What's the blah, 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 blah. That's one bit that you can do for business.
Is the password
scamming?
Is the password?
No.
Okay.
And
1, 2, 3, 4.
And on the other side, with my mom, and like this article, this is why I sent it out to the guys this morning, to the team, where they get you, especially if you're older. And I'm not afraid to say this. This actually has already happened to me to some extent, where our old intern Marco called me in a panic. He said, "Did you call my dad?" And I said, "No, I didn't call your father." And apparently someone had cloned my voice and called Marco's dad.
So you've been a personal victim of this?
This is maybe 10 days ago I got this text.
Wow.
Saying that Marco there was an emergency with Marco, essentially. I don't want to give too much context. And his dad called him in a panic. And he said, no, and then so Marco called me. He's like, "Did you call my dad?" I was like, "No, this is AI garbage out there. This is crazy." Someone's trying to scam one of our interns, not for TMOS, but for any
Podville,
yeah. Because if you can look at if you look at any organization, especially if you're on LinkedIn, you can see top of the food chain, C-suite, and then intern. Right.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Mac. Mac just texted me that if you receive this call,
yes,
this is not legitimate, and apparently almost everyone in our listening audience database has received this particular call.
Okay.
And
Mike is very, very, very attractive.
I've used it twice now in today's show. Sorry, I found
That's
it
so
again.
primitive because it really doesn't sound like your voice.
I know.
So it's different because that's just like, I think bots are doing that, right?
Right.
Where it's like, okay, we're going to match the highest level on an organization
To the
for the
lowest.
C-suite to the lowest,
Yeah,
and then
make-
call
right.
the parent, find the parent for that organization.
And also wise because why would the parent have an intimate knowledge of Oscar's voice? If it's passing,
Correct.
it would be great.
Correct. And then a text followed up and said, "It's Oscar Zabalas."
Oh, man.
It's so creepy. We've
That is-
actually had other scams that haven't passed, but thank God people are smart.
Look,
Where,
I will be
listen,
honest with you.
This has happened.
Go ahead. Yeah.
A text has gone out from a fake text has gone out from me to another team member.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
That this is a year ago that said, "Hey, I'm in a boardroom meeting right now. Do you mind running across the street and grabbing a bunch of gift cards and sending me the numbers? I want to give it out to the team members here at the board meeting."
Just like matter of factly,
And,
like any executive would do.
Correct.
Mhm.
Wow.
And then
There it
she
is.
called me from the store across the street. She's like, "I'm about to get the gift cards. I just want to make sure the denomination was right." I said, "What are you talking about?"
It's true.
Because she was new to the organization, so she didn't know that I would never do that. So now we have an internal password for anything financial.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
So be
Isn't
aware.
that
Life.
crazy? But
Yeah.
your voice is everywhere.
Life.
So is yours, Rob.
Yeah, I know.
Unreal.
I know.
Ever vigilant.
Yeah.
Get a family password out there, especially if you're a public figure.
Mm-hmm.
This is too much. I want to go live in Alaska in a cabin and not have to deal with any
You're
of it.
already
No
in
phone.
Maine. You're pretty good.
Yeah, not far enough.
You know what
Not
the
far
password
enough. We
should
have
be?
crazy sumos down there.
You know what the password should be?
What?
Penis.
Oh.
Or as we pronounce it up here, penis. Remember that.
Well, that's
Speaking
more
of that,
elegant. Yeah.
I have to say that when we come back, this is a little something I've been meaning to talk about. Told Carla, got actual Carla clearance on it before I come in. I will tell you, it's a fetish, and it's a fun one. And I want to compare notes. I might have talked about it before because I'm 64 and I don't remember what I talked about. That could affect the show in a negative way. We'll be right back. Sounds like something, Rob, but I can't tell.
It is. It's Rockin' a Hard Place by the Rolling Stones, but it's the instrumental track of it.
Okay. Hot, hot, hot. Summertime is here, and it's time to focus on your face. Luckily, Derm Glow has everything you need in one place. Attention, fellas. I have a big package, and I have a little package. That's right. 2 in 1.
Does it depend
they're still on
how
sale.
cold it is?
Thank you very much. Whether I'm getting out of the 50-degree weather up
The
here.
cold plunge.
That's right.
Ladies, you too. Indulge yourself with Carla's Beauty Bundle. That's what it is. Yeah, why don't you screw up the spot you're doing for your wife? Carla's Beauty Bundle. Also on sale now. That's what it is. It's also on sale now. Or so. Thank you.
And then some.
Discover the latest products from Azul, or try the Grande Fantastico Fanning and Curling Mascara, and don't miss the wonders of the peptide recovery. The mask, rather. The peptide recovery mask. With Derm Glow, enjoy. I know she's getting her money's worth today. Enjoy fast shipping and worldwide delivery. They even offer Afterpay for your convenience. Enhance your loveliness with virtual skin consultations from her, the pampering esthetician. She's got great products for you, and if you can't decide, an e-gift card from Derm Glow, always a winner. Visit dermglowskin.com today, the ultimate facial boutique featuring facials and products by the pampering esthetician. Reach out today and tell them that sexy Hollywood leading man Burt Young sent you. If you don't know who Burt Young is, I recommend you go watch the original Rocky.
Oh, any Rocky, really. 1 through 4.
Or Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield.
I forgot about that.
Major role in Back to School.
He is hot, though.
All right. So over the weekend, there was another tournament where golfer Ricky Fowler had a great day. He shot a 60. In the U.S. Open, he shot one day a 62. Now, he didn't win either tournament, but he's playing really, really good golf. And there were a couple of shots, I think, during the U.S. Open where they showed Ricky greeting his wife. And I think they have a small child together. And she is just stunning. So I opened the story about Ricky and his wife. And apparently, Ricky has married a former elite athlete, pole vaulter. And it suddenly made me realize that one of the dives I do, and I don't know whether you'd call it a fetish, it's just something I have spent a little of my valuable time lingering on, is videos of track and field athletes.
I think they're served up to every red-blooded American on social media.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't subscribe to them, but if they're put in front of me,
I don't subscribe to anything.
I'll take a gander.
Never turn my head to it.
Yeah.
I don't.
How dare I?
I don't think I.
As a rule, they seem to be very physically fit.
They are, and I think there is an issue of
why
wind resistance.
Why wouldn't they be fit?
Enjoy the satire, Oscar.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
I was like, oh,
pole vaulters.
What channel are you on?
Food Network.
Pole vaulters. That would be funny though. Just a whole channel with unfit track and field.
I don't know what social media is feeding this guy. Trying to figure out.
I have a wide variety of interest. I went to sleep last night, fell asleep watching the junior students at the Sumo Wrestling Academy in Japan cooking the morning meal for the senior sumo students.
Wow.
And it was fascinating to me, the food that these guys consume, and the junior students. This is how cool the Japanese culture is when you think about it. They, during their early years of the academy, they do not engage in all of the training activities that are the older students' domain, but they are relegated to preparing meals. And they learn how to cook these fantastic meals in bulk that involve hundreds of eggs and fried chicken and all this sumo food.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
So last night you go and you have a Japanese steakhouse experience.
Oh, you're right.
A Crazy
That's why
Sumo.
it probably popped up, right?
Yeah.
And then you
That's
go
why
home.
it popped up.
Yeah.
And then
It's on my feed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus, stop it. Technology, stop it, big brother. That's what it is. That's what it's doing it right now to me. It's true. But if I get more pole vaulter feeds out of it, ooh, hello.
I assumed that you Googled it because you were at the Chinese or the
you're
Japanese
absolutely
steakhouse.
Right. It was probably there, and I went, that looks interesting.
It is
and I'm watching it. I watched it till I fell asleep, and I literally wake up at 5:45 this morning, lean over, turn the mute on, and watch them making boiled meatballs in a ramen soup.
I think we're getting closer to the fetish.
Don't just look at it. Eat it.
That's right.
And
hundreds of eggs.
All I could think of though, when they had a few cuts of the training center where they had the little round circle.
Yes.
And man, those thongs they wear, that just looked like it might be horrible in there. But I have I think
it's show business.
I think they're meticulous.
I don't know if they are or not.
But
how meticulous can you be after 200 eggs?
I think they're one and done.
The only one besides
Mike, as soon as you get into the academy, you're responsible not for cooking, but for rinsing.
Rinse, dip, repeat. Rinse, dip, repeat. The only other track and field that is as good as pole vaulting is broad jumping. Because broad jumping is...
You know what they both have in common?
Broads.
What's that?
No. What's wrong with you?
It's just a joke.
I think I know what they both have in common, but...
Oh, you need powerful glutes.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that particular...
Nicely said.
Thank you.
That part of the, that's my... I'm that kind of man.
You can't be flat ass Annie and do that.
You can't really do it. You got to be powerful.
Should have rested on your laurels.
Oscar's by the way, Oscar's failed comic book strip that he wrote during the 1990s, Flat Ass Annie.
I remember she had little white eyes.
Yeah, white eyes in all of her adventures. Flat Ass Annie takes on Spider-Man. It was amazing.
And
the key, Flat Ass Annie could get into homes without opening a door.
And don't forget her cohort, Porno Dan.
Porno Dan and Flat Ass Annie.
So
Good
many
times were had
adventures.
by all. But anyway, so Ricky, way to go. Elite athlete. That child you had will be probably extremely genetically sound.
100%.
And probably a professional athlete in their own rights if they choose to do so. Very excited about that. And now I feel like a total perv. But the one move, you know what? I will give you the one. No, okay. I'm talking about it. I brought it up. I put it on the show. The move, both with pole vaulting and specifically broad jumping, is what I refer to as, this might be the title of the show, the pole.
The pole.
Oscar, do you know what the pole is?
No.
After the competition, after they vault or after they jump, they participate in the pole.
I think I figured it out.
I don't know. I'm
context
I'm
clues.
Confused.
They pull the force of landing in a pole vault and the force of landing on their bottoms in a broad jump necessitates a pull.
Garment adjustment.
Oh, you're saying I get it.
Yeah.
They just adjust.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what gets you?
I get 2 inches from the screen. I go, hello, Mr. Sand. What?
That's what gets you?
No, it's not what it gets. It's just something I observed.
This is the same thing we do after every show, Mike. Why would you find it so fascinating?
Oh, when we pull out our wedgies.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
it. Yeah.
We stand up.
How exciting is that? We'll take a break here, ladies and gentlemen.
bit.
When we return, we've got the flip of side and Mr. Rob Spiewak with more fun and more thrills. And meanwhile, I'm going to jump into a pit of sand and pull out my boxer shorts.
The pole.
Yeah. Which, by the way, were white when they began and now have an interesting leopard pattern.
Oh.
There you go. Hey, everybody.
Leopard. Good for you.
Finally, the season of summer travel has arrived. Whether you're heading out on a road trip or rushing through the airport, why not skip the usual stress of travel? And it is stressful. We've got a holiday coming up.
Yeah.
Chill out with Dadgrass. All their products are TSA approved, groovy daddy-o. Dadgrass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Their 100% organic pre-rolled joints are very low in THC and high in CBD, so you can enjoy the effects of cannabis while keeping a clear head. Chill out without getting stoned. It's like having a glass of wine, but not the whole bottle. Dadgrass also offers the finest tinctures and gummies on the market. All the mellow goodness, no smoke required. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over, and it ships right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, they couldn't say it if it wasn't true. It's TSA approved.
Absolutely.
Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. And we say thank you, Dadgrass. We love ya. Play the thing.
Hello.
That's my daughter.
Idiot. Fingers. Dipstick.
The flip side.
Even though he might be slightly cross-eyed, Andy Cohen tends to get good stuff out of guests. And last evening he had Kelly Clarkson on, who has got the great talk show, and she's an American Idol winner.
You think it's a great talk show?
Well, it's very successful, I believe. And she does.
You don't like? Do you like it?
I don't. I've only seen clips of it, but I know it's successful. And she does sing, and she's a great singer. She does neat musical stuff on the talk show. I do like that.
I think we underestimate the work it takes to have a successful talk show. And the fact that she's done it for so long.
Yeah.
You got and she's coming off of the what is it? The not the Masked Singer, the one
American
on NBC.
Idol.
No, not American Idol. Well, she's on American Idol, but she was
America's
also
Got
a
Talent.
judge.
Britain's Got Talent.
No,
The Bachelor.
So you think you can dance?
The Voice.
Naked and Afraid.
The Voice.
Naked and Afraid.
She's coming on. I wanted to say La Voz because that's what we watch in Spanish. From they have the Voice version from Spain that my mom watches.
Yeah.
But she's a judge on The Voice. She's got the TV show, and she comes from what is the OG original American Idol.
Yeah.
There's got to be some talent there.
Oh, I think she's very talented, and I love what she does musically. However, it made me think back to when American Idol was everything. It was a huge, huge show.
Absolutely. It was very, very few examples in society anymore that are everybody watching. You think of things like American Idol, The Sopranos, where the National Cup, Breaking Bad, you can count them. You can isolate them.
So Andy Cohen asked her, this shows how the bloom is off the rose.
Okay.
Asked her if she could name a winner from the last 5 years of American Idol.
Can you name an American Idol winner from the last 5 years?
So true.
Oh, man. Okay. I got one. No.
So no, she can't.
I'm
no
going back. I know a runner-up from America, Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, that was like season 2,
the Velvet Teddy Bear no longer with us.
Yeah, that was like season 2, though.
But the thing about it,
no, he won, and Clay was the runner-up.
Clay Aiken was the runner-up, but I know they were very, very close.
Adam Lambert might have been
Queen.
The
he's the lead singer of
country
Queen.
singer.
Be more specific.
Yeah, I just want to be clarified.
Harry Underwood.
Yes.
Boy, I'm going back. That's it. I'm out. I don't have any more.
There was a guy named Ace. Wasn't there a guy named Ace?
Ace Frehley.
No, I don't think it was.
Ace Rothstein.
And Sanjaya, of
Ace
course,
of Spades.
who did
Ace
not
of
win.
Base.
Mike, you're king of the aces.
Thank you.
Okay. When you were
William Hung?
Yeah, but he was never a finalist or anything like that. Mike, when you were in South Dakota riding motorcycles with Jimmy, I know you went to Carhenge. Did you go to Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's spectacular.
There's a state representative in South Dakota named Joe Donnell who has revealed something, and these are the people you've put in office, people. He says, this is very unfortunate. Mount Rushmore, the big mountain with the 4 presidential heads on it, is a demonic portal.
That's what we're dealing with, and what the Lord revealed to me is that Mount Rushmore has a direct ley line to Washington, D.C., that God was going to break that connection. In order to understand the spiritual realm and what we're facing, that acts as a portal for demonic things.
It acts as a portal for demonic things.
This is an elected official?
Yeah, Joe Donnell.
But not like
no, he's a state representative.
I don't get that's a big time elected official.
Yeah.
State representative try to run those
squirm through.
Yeah, I don't
Look
know.
at Santos.
God.
Your dog?
No. Representative Santos, who lied about his
George Santos.
Yeah, George Santos.
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah, but he never said that they were getting demonic
But
messages.
even worse, he's in Congress.
I guess. Yeah, it's bad.
Did
you feel any demonic? Did you feel anything demonic when you were there?
No, we were just there with Jimmy and our buddy Rich Hosteley.
Yeah.
And
Hi, Rich.
The thing I remember the most was Rich bringing a Harley Sportster My memory of that trip is Rich, who I think is well over 6 feet tall.
A big guy, yeah.
Really, really good guy. And we had a great time. Rich, though, brought a Sportster from L.A. over the Rockies to get to us in Denver. And Rich, every morning, this just elaborate system of bungee cords and backpacks and everything for him to load up to continue on our journey. But it was super cool. Everybody should see it. I think it's a monument we should all look at in the United States.
Were the ladies flocking to Rich? That seems to be sort of the thing.
Rich had a gift with the ladies that was very, very interesting. And I think perhaps on a couple of times, he might have settled down by now. I have no idea. A couple of evenings when Jimmy and I would be vacating the premises, Rich would linger behind. That's what I remember.
Understood. He likes to keep company. What are you doing for 4th of July? A lot of people have cookouts. A lot of people get together with family. You know, the fireworks, of course. But do you know that due to record snowfall, 4th of July, Mammoth Mountain in Southern California is marketing themselves for Independence Day skiing.
Hey guys, this is Matt from Powder Magazine. I'm here at Mammoth Mountain. We're just over a week out from 4th of July. We still have a 126-inch base here at the summit. There's still 60-plus trails open, 9 lifts running daily. The snow is awesome. It's honestly skiing like March out here. Yeah. Come on out to Mammoth. There's a ton to do here.
They had the most snow in 12 years that they had.
I'd like to hire an intern with that name Mammoth Mountain. Get a big intern, shall we?
I thought that was
we used to pick them by size. We used to, hey, we need a big kid, Hey, get Mammoth Mountain. By the way, the greatest nickname of a fat intern in the history of radio programs was Big Owen Dukes when they hired a gentleman by the name of Landfill.
He was good.
That was
still employed by CBS Radio.
Really?
Shocker.
Or not CBS, Entercom now. Yeah, he's I think he works on the he might be a producer now.
Oh, I thought he'd go into engineering.
Gateway drug.
Okay. Mike, is there anything?
Does that make me sad? What do I give an S?
Yeah, why
do I give an S? Why I have nightmares? Why I have those dreams?
I can't
Meanwhile, he's over there going,
I can't see the number.
Need more water? What?
Is there anything, when you really, in the long run, more pointless than a class ring? It's such a big deal when you get it.
It was, in the day, an extremely big deal at my high school. I still have it.
I do too. I have mine, but I don't wear it. I gave Julia my college ring, which she was very happy about.
Oh, they stopped selling those, I think.
And that was
Unless
very cool.
Unless you go to Dartmouth. Or Princeton.
No, really, if you're like a Naval Academy graduate,
yeah, that's
or
true.
You're
that's true.
One of those elite places.
Don't get one for WVU.
No.
James Madison, I wouldn't say has sold a lot of class rings.
Actually, WVU offers a ring, but it's not for your finger.
It's a Nivu ring. It's for birth control.
It is, and I've never lasted longer.
With the Mountaineers logo on it. There you go.
Yeah, that hillbilly.
That's exciting.
Blue or yellow?
Jed.
Okay. Anyway, this guy is so excited because he lost his class ring 51 years ago, and someone found it on the beach.
51 years later, this is happening. I just still can't believe it. I said, Jim, that's got to be you that they're looking for. The ring was in decent shape. I'm going to wear it. I mean, this is just phenomenal. I mean, I'll wear it.
I'll wear it. I'm going to wear it.
Well, if it was lost for 50 years, that'd be a story, and that's the keepsake, and that's why you keep it handy.
He's very excited, though. He's very excited to get his ring back.
By the way, I've had this one longer than any of my wedding rings.
Good for you.
And when I say wedding rings, I mean this marriage wedding ring.
Yeah.
I have a propensity for losing wedding rings. And before I came up to Maine, this was, if I could shake my hand, it would be so loose it could fall off. Not happening.
Oh.
What does that tell you? Well, how about a few more trips to Crazy Sumo? Orca?
No, I think that the ring is shrinking.
Thank you, Rob. I know you've believed that your whole life.
27 years. Oh. It changes all the time.
From season to season.
Season to season.
Not true at all.
All right, let's close with this, Mike. I was very excited to play this for you. Everyone knows you're a big Red Sox fan.
Not what I used to be.
Yeah, but you have a history with the Red Sox.
Had an opportunity to grab tickets for next Wednesday night and chose not to.
David Ortiz and Dustin Pedroia, would you call them great players of the past? Would you
100%.
call them? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Did you know that after
Petey and Big Poppy,
as they played side by side, they call him DP or PD?
Big Poppy and Petey.
Okay, that makes sense because Up until the
Did
very
I
end,
screw up your whole thing?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
Because you lend some light to it.
Okay.
Up until one of their last games together, David Ortiz, Big Papi, thought Dustin Pedroia's name was Pee-wee.
Pee-wee.
And
really, can I tell you a Dustin Pedroia story?
Please, yeah.
I went to spring training back when I was so into the Red Sox.
Right.
I'm not sure when Pedroia came into the league, but Pedroia was the smallest baseball player I've ever seen, ever.
He's like 5'8", right? 5'7", 5'8".
And I went on to, I remember saying to Carla, I'm like, God, they're hiring children now. They're hiring children. Are they hiring high school kids to play? He went on to be one of the most successful second basemen in the history of the Red Sox. So
this is how Dustin found out that Big Papi did not know his name. This is Dustin telling the story.
Catcher comes over to me and goes, "Hey, what's up, Dustin?" I go, "Hey, what's up, man?" David walks over and goes, "What the f*** did he call you?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "What'd he call you?" I said, "Dustin." He goes, "Hey, why'd he call you that?" I go, "That's my name." He goes, "Oh, is that right?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I played 1,600 games with you. They've actually said it 5,000 times. Now batting, number 15, Dustin Pedroia." And he goes, "I thought it was Pee-wee."
I thought it was
and
Pee-wee.
I'm like, "You thought my parents would name me Pee-wee?"
And Mike, that's all I got.
That's fantastic. What a great clip that was. I love it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. We didn't get to anything that I wanted to talk about today. We did get to my fetish, though. I'm glad I was able to purge that.
Glutes.
Can I go right now and watch some pole vaulting videos? I shouldn't say that. My daughter's
and
here.
sumo.
Yes.
Oh, and sumo eating. Oh, man, can those guys put it away? Wow.
You are a complicated man.
I am a complicated man, and I'm up here going out of my effing mind. Yeah, going to enjoy another damp, rainy day in Maine, and love what Mrs. O'Mara. Tomorrow I'll tell you what Mrs. O'Mara said last night.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go into the details, but I'll share it with you here. We'll talk about it. I want to go home. Yeah.
You give and you give, and you keep giving.
Yeah.
And what do? They don't like it.
What are you going to do, boys? We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow for Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana. Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Michael Mara Bonus Show. Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
This has been the most amazing experience of my life.